You want plat 4, right? Is that our ultimate goal?
Yeah, I think plat 4 is reasonable for this season, but I think like long term, maybe like next season, I would like to be diamond.
Okay, good. I like that. I like that. Stretch goal plus realistic goal. I think if your goal 4 at this point, you've got more than enough time to actually get there. What seems to be sort of your frustrations in terms of actually trying to accomplish this? What's a big part of your game that you feel brings you here today? That's
Uh, so this game in particular, so I duo with my top laner, uh, and I, for the most part, when I am with him, I trust him to just like. I think this game he just totally wrecks. But I feel like most of the time I don't know what to do when my bot lane just loses, like straight up loses the 2v2. And with the ADC buffs, I feel like even less useful when they lose the 2v2.
Yeah, 2v2 shifts are very important. And he's trying. How much pressure does he like from you? Does he prefer you to focus on other lanes? Does he like you to gank?
When he wins the level 2 or like level 1 or 2 all in, he lets me like leave him alone. But if he doesn't, or if he doesn't think he can win it, he'll ask for more pressure.
Okay. Okay. What's your game plan in this game? What do you like to do in Hacker? Tell us. Tell us your secrets.
So I'll do this game. I'll do a interior buff, wolves, raptors buff, and then I'll look to either fight him on scuttle or for a top lane, catch him in the top lane gank.
Okay.
Because I think I can beat him early on with my sustained damage and healing.
Yeah, and we're running Conqueror. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I see that way too much. That people go Predator for the cheese, and now the Echo in this case does the same thing. What are Echoes doing? Red side clear. Why? This gives you total top lane control. It's exactly the same as last game. Okay. Right. Let's see what you do. Oh, I forgot to ask. What do you assume? Oh, we have Kai'Sa mid. So
Yeah.
in terms of gankable lane, this is not a gankable lane, really, is it? You're a duo, so you have communication, but you don't have the best CC, and it's Alawi, so we need to get ahead of her, otherwise she will 2v1 you.
Yeah.
Tristana will push by default. So this is actually not the best, but I think it's a good thing you hack her because you got tower dive ability with your ult. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we got
I think I'm
top.
just posturing here, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's not what we want.
Oh. I remember this game a lot better now.
Now I remember what happens. Yeah, this is huge, right? So, two things happen here. Both junglers commit huge sins. Huge sins. The Echo is gonna die himself. I feel like this is really forced. I feel like in this case you shouldn't even go for it. I mean, you don't know it's warded because you don't have a scanner anyway. But I mean, based on her behavior, she only turned back once you showed. So, I mean, this wave is hugely in Trinimia's favor. There's no way that you do this. I think instead I'm looking down to jungle control, and this is something I've had to force myself to think about a lot more. And something we're talking about with the Lee Sin Tom before this. If the lane isn't gankable, don't force it, because at this point you give up your most valuable resource as a jungler in the early game, health and mana. You have red buff, you have blue buff, currently what? Like, red is pretty fresh, blue's halfway, or not even. You have a lot to give in this situation, and we don't actually know anything about the Echo. But could you imagine in another universe where you're probing down to see what he's doing? You know, again, you don't have to fight. Like, this is what I think people don't always understand. Is I'm not saying go fight him and die. Just go looking, you know? And you're a Hecarim, so you can just gallop away if you run into him. I just don't think forcing this is necessarily... Yeah. Yeah, this is so sad.
I think he probably even told me to back off. I probably was just too in already.
Yeah, but I mean, we can always run away. That's fine. Secondly, once you've done this, let me see where you go. Because Echo literally ends in the mid lane. And when he does that, even if you are busy, you know, inting yourself, you don't die, so that's good. But you can always look to see the Kai'Sa, right? She did a great job. Good job, Kai'Sa. And you can see she only has a red buff. So you know immediately his blue side is up. But you have no resources to actually go and take this now. But I still think it's something we could have considered. I mean, we could have taken his blue. So now, oh, now you're going. Okay, okay, okay. I would suggest in this case, if he still hasn't spawned, to do the blue first.
Okay.
Now, that leaves you low on H. Actually, I don't know the full limits of Hecarim. You would heal. You'd be fine, right? You have smite. Yeah, you'd be fine. You could do the blue. Yeah. You can hit this and do the blue. Yeah, okay, you'd be fine. Yeah. I was just thinking because the scuttle gives you regen, right? So I mean, it helps you survive a bit longer. Now, Echo should be around here, but if he doesn't go, there you go. Okay, good. So order of events are a little bit out of whack, but otherwise it's very good. Yeah, that's great. Here we go. Pony's in. Do you win this?
Yeah, I have Ignite and, what's it called?
You sold out the Kaiser so hard. I mean, it's good. Value your own life in this case. Yeah. So my perspective is if he goes directly to blue, which is what he should have done, assuming you'd be counter jungling it. You have smite and you can still get out, but it's more about like this gank just not being possible anyway. I feel like you could immediately go probing, and you'd be around here when you see the Echo in mid lane. And once you see the Echo in mid lane, and you'd be watching this end, you literally would end his game.
Okay.
You'd end his game because you could do blue and take his Gromp. And then do the crab. And then you could assess the top lane again. But I mean, if this guy's Tryndamere and he's pushing and he has the crits, and the crits are on his side, you know, then you don't have to. But I feel like everything you did was good, but the order of events should be shifted a little bit.
Okay.
And Kai'Sa maybe lives. You saw the charm, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I should have known Ahri was coming too. I don't think I thought about that at the time.
What am I watching?
Me being greedy.
No. What I'm watching from him. Two things. I don't know how astute you are in these situations, but if we watch it very slowly, okay, you watch it from Echo's perspective, or your perspective rather. Watch what Echo does as he shows up here. Okay, so as soon as you see him, we're pressing tab.
Okay.
We're pressing tab and we're seeing that he has a control ward. And he has a scanner. Which means there's no way he's warding this bush unless it's with a control ward. And we're doing that because we're farming. And we're relaxed. We're good horse. We're relaxed, okay?
Okay.
And as soon as you watch him, watch this. You'd see that, I mean, I'm pressing tab quite frequently anyway. But I mean, you walk over it here. You see the animation of him placing a ward, you walk over it. So you know he's used it. And even if you don't, what we do is, we get out, we portray the Kai'Sa, we run away, okay? So in this situation, for me, it's like, this is greedy, because you should know immediately, right, control ward's down, scanners being used, it must be in this bush, it must be in this area, he's gonna see me. So I think this is just good knowledge of your champion power output. So I don't think it's as greedy as you think it is. I would do the same if I knew 100% I can win that. And now we take his Gromp. I clear this. Actually, no, Ahri's missing. Never mind. Bye. Yeah. Now we collapse up. We collapse up. And we run away. Hey, good. Very good. Okay, now my only question would be, blue's up in about a minute, right?
Yeah.
What are you trying to accomplish now? So you've had, I assume you feel pretty good. I mean, being level 5 at 5 minutes is a jungler sort of the dream at the moment. If we get this, yeah, Twitch chat, we have a sequencer. We have a camp sequencer in the chat. Look at this, it's beautiful. Krugs.
I learned it from you,
yeah,
man.
look at this, Krugs, Raptors, Wolves, Gromp. However, camp sequencing is also your enemy because it becomes addictive, and it's my problem. I'm like, yes, all the camps are in order. I get to take them all. But you don't want to. So what do you want to do at this point? Because you've got a kill, 1,500 gold. What do you want to do?
At this point, I'm thinking sequence top to bottom like it did, and then come back for buff and crab, and then maybe look to fight bot for dragon.
Okay. So for me currently, you shoved the Echo out of his own jungle and embarrassed him. You're 2 levels up on that guy. You know he's not going to have a blue. For him to go up to this situation would be really stupid. So you should know that he's going to be on the bottom side. Okay. At this point, a jungler in this situation psychologically is most likely going to feel compelled to farm his camps to catch up. Now, a more high elo jungler would say, listen, the only way I get back in this game is by farming, right? By ganking, right? I need to have impact. If I'm an early game jungler, there's no ways I stay with a Hecarim at this point, AFK farming. However, it's Echo. He will scale. He can afford to do his camps. I feel like at this point, remember, if you go and fight him right now, yeah, you have an experience lead, but he has red smite on you. Whereas if you go back to base, you would have not only your blue smite, right? Blue smite. You'd have additional itemization. What do you like to build? Do you like to go Stalker's Blade into Triforce? Do you go Cinderhulk first? What do you like to build?
Right now I'm doing Warrior Blue Smite into Triforce just because
Stonks.
I get ahead
yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, that's good. When you're ahead, you got to use it. So for me, I would seriously consider resetting. Now, obviously, the fact that you have blue buff is nice, but currently, the Echo is farming.
Okay.
So, I think resetting here, spending your gold, and then coming down directly to Crab gives you a little bit more counterplay. But let's see what you do, and then I'll finish that thought. I just wanted to introduce it.
Yeah.
Because now we smited that. Now we're on Crab again.
Oh man.
It was. I feel like. I mean, that's okay. That's fine. But we probably could have gone back to base. Now imagine if he was competing with you in this situation. In this game it's fine because he's really scared of you. He just wants to sequence. Oh look, Echo's also sequencing Krugs, Raptors, Wolves, Grump. Hey, everyone's on it today. But the unspent gold is effectively gold you don't have. Yeah. And imagine another jungler that met you with this Crab now. That you perhaps didn't kill. And they had gone back and had 2 longswords, like a Rengar. You would lose.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to consider in that situation. You could spend your gold, come on down, get directly to your Crab, assess lane states, right? We haven't even looked at lanes actually at all. And then we can always fall back into our jungle and hover around the dragon and things like this. But I mean, it worked out for you because of the psychological damage implemented upon the Echo's soul.
Okay.
But again, results-based thinking. Right. So now we do our blue. And you want to do dragon, you told me.
Yeah, I'm looking for dragon.
We have a roaming pike. We're level 6. Use your spike as soon as possible. Good. I like everything so far. This is good stuff. I'm not looking directly at your camping efficiency in terms of clearing it, but I think you should, after blue buff, you should be a little bit healthier than this.
Okay.
That's one camp. I mean, you shouldn't lose all this much. I mean, I know Hecarim does get chunked a bit, but just make sure you're kiting properly. But you should be fine here. Okay, polymorphed, but the fear goes through. That's a level 5. 1.5 speed, level 5 Lulu. Beautiful. Perfect. Level 5 bottom lane, level 6 jungler. Use it. What about going Crab, Grump for 6 specifically? He did, effectively, but he didn't get 6 from that. He got 6 from doing that and Crab. Right? You got 6 in the Crab, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more about prioritization of itemization. Does it make sense? You got Twitch chat? If I run into another jungler and I haven't gone back by 7 minutes, he's gonna kill me, even if I'm a level up. If it's, depending on who it is, obviously. Right. Good. I like all that so far, otherwise. Just the little things. What do you want to do now?
Right now I'm probably looking towards, because Alawi's at that point where we can't really 2v1 her. And I think at this point, my Trin's not doing too bad. So I'm really kind of looking to push the advantage bot lane, hopefully. And,
yeah.
I don't know if I can fight him at this point because he'll probably be level 6 next time I see him, and that's really huge for Echo. But yeah, just push my bot advantage for the most part.
Because from here you can sequence up. Let's see. But that's why I pointed it out beforehand. You probably give up a longsword. So what you could have done in that situation, if you went back at the Raptors, you go down, do all the same things. You could recall after the dragon, or invade. because you know his red's up, so you know he must be on this side of the jungle. Hello, he is. So I feel like we're not abusing the fact that we had a huge lead on this guy.
Okay.
I feel like finishing dragon and falling back is too safe for the lead you have. 2-0-1. I think I'm probing. Did they have this plant up here? No. But I think I'm probing. You have a control ward. Let's go into the jungle now. Let's not fall back to the safety of the cheeks of the Grom. Let's go and have a look. Because you go find this guy now. He's level 5. So, you should win that.
Okay.
Right? In theory. You know?
Yeah.
If you play properly. He has flash. So at the very least, we burn his flash. And maybe we can push him off of this. And the nice thing about that is we have Pry on the mid lane as well. Kai'Sa, bless her soul, is destroying this Ahri. Really, heavily destroying the Ahri. In the battle of favorite e-gold champions, Kai'Sa is doing things well. So I feel like this player right here could really be devastating. Because this is what it should be. This is tier 3 Raptors, by the way. So you're on also level 6, but you've only taken them 1 time. He's taken these 3 times now.
Okay.
So he's eating a lot of experience, and he's doing it for free while you do stuff to the map. His hope is that you do enough stuff that you eventually make a mistake, he catches up, and then he can take over. So I feel like you should acknowledge the fact that we have 2 ADCs, a Pike, a Tryndamere, and a Hecarim building damage. We have no tankiness. I don't think you've got a raw team fight. So I think I would be looking to absolutely suffocate this guy. No skin either. I mean, come on. Who is this? No skin, so he must be punished.
Not even pulse fire.
Not even pulse fire. I
Just
think
came out.
Just yeah, it just came out. Where's the new skin? So I think doing the dragon here and immediately looking to probe again is so important because I would feel very confident. I mean, you've lost this HP from doing the Gromp. You should be fine. And also it was an ocean dragon, which, I mean, it's minimal, but it gives you more healing, which we love.
Yeah.
So I feel like contesting this and fighting this with this mid-prior is really good. The risky part is, of course, your bottom lane recalled, but you have eyes on this. I mean, you have eyes. As soon as they rotate, you're fine. You get out. Just worth noting, if you have a lead, use it. Don't get into a farming battle with a jungler because if he does it quicker than you, you'll lose.
Yeah.
But I do like the sequencing. But see, for me, it's the case of, right, once I take this dragon, you said you wanted to sequence your camps and play around bottom lane. However, what you're doing is you're putting yourself on the complete other side of the map to do that. Dun 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 dun. Okay. We have 906, which is enough to finish warrior. So we have an item spike. So either we recall and go and look to this. We look to our friend. Low mana, very important to note. Okay, she sees low mana. And she needs, she's level 7, but she needs 100 mana for her ult, and she's on 45. Her E requires 50 mana, so she'll have that again. So as soon as she casts one more spell, and you should be looking at this. This is, or at least, I mean, if you can't look at it all the time, ask your laner, right?
Yeah.
Tryndamere, what's top lane like? If you're communicating, he'll say, all right, she's low mana. You go, okay, right?
Alright.
So I feel like out of all the options here, I'm not thinking about Grom. Now, it is nice to sequence up, but it means it's going to put you at the top side, mirroring the Echo to a degree. You'll get the first. Or actually, will you? Maybe similar. You'll be mirrored, though. You're both sequencing up. And again, you'll have similar itemization. And if he has ult, as you said, it can be dangerous. So I feel like in this case, we should look immediately to probe, use our lane prio, shut him out of the game. We can recall, finish our warrior, and we can head straight to our red, and then look to impact this, invade this, and take the herald. So, I enjoy your camp sequencing. It gives me great satisfaction, but I feel like it's the option you would take in a more neutral matchup or in a more neutral situation, whereas we are not in that situation. We're in the I am winning this game situation. Okay. We'll see how that catches up later on. And also you've got an RNG crab coming up on the bottom side.
Yeah.
So now we skip. It's warded. Here we go. Galloping Pony. She went back and TP'd. So the mana situation. Yeah, again.
We pull off for ult. Because I wanted him to be able to 1v1 more effectively.
Can she do it? Can he 1v1 her without ult? Is that what he told you?
Yeah, I mean, I mained Alawi in like the season she came out, so I'm pretty familiar with her.
Okay, good.
And I think Trind was his first main way back in season 2.
Okay. Problem is,
So
yeah, like we have unspent gold. We showed ourselves. Now we're being counter jungled by the guy that's down a level. Yeah, Ocean Drake coming in big though. Did you get that or did he get it?
he gets it.
Ah. Yeah, you should get this. You have a higher smite.
Okay.
Oh. That's just 50-50 smite, right? It's not. Hey, I'm not gonna yell at you for missing a smite. It's just. I feel like out of all the stuff we could have. Do you understand what I'm saying? I feel like out of all the things we could have taken from this guy, we didn't take any.
I gotcha.
Do you feel that way as well now when we look at it?
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
I feel like he's got such a free pass here, and he applied pressure to you, which I feel is so disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and I even have Ignite, so like the ult damage from him is going to be a factor, but the healing won't
yeah, exactly.
be as much. So like I definitely should have been pressuring him more.
Yeah, like I mean, you kill him here anyway, or not kill him. You burn his flash and take his raptors, and then you can reset, go straight topside. I like the selfishness of helping your laner, but I don't feel. I mean, I think it's great if you're going back to base, because you're going back to base after this, right?
I really hope so.
Me too, actually. Okay, now we're playing with fire a little bit. Here we go. Now we're probing, but we have 1,600 gold unspent. Okay, this is all wasted time. You know what he's doing. You know what he's doing. You know she's mid. You know she went back to base. You either gonna go fight this guy, or you're gonna go back to base.
Okay.
So I feel like this is more seconds wasted. But then now we go. I feel like you're putting yourself on the opposite side of the map to what your original goals were. Let's see, what do we get? Warrior, boots, attack speed. Okay, so bottom lane is volatile. What do you want to do now? You want to go bottom lane again? Do you want to sequence? What's your game plan?
I think what I am looking to do is go. Well, what I would do right now is I'd go try to catch that MF. But I think probably what I end up doing is Wolf's Gromp and then look bot.
We have to wait for her to come back anyway. I think you should look very heavily to a lane gank here. Just, this is pushing out.
Okay.
Baby cannon, almost dead. Big cannon, 2 supporters. Pyke is auto pushing it. We could easily get into this middle bush. And if you know the echo, it's obviously a bit more advanced, but if you know the echo is sort of shows top lane here and goes back down, you should have a feeling that this guy is back on the red side.
Okay.
Obviously, you don't have the exact knowledge. Okay, we gank him mid. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Owl's down now, though. Careful. Alright, there you go. This is what I'm saying. This is what you should have done 2 minutes ago.
Okay.
Oh, kill that. You gotta... No, you don't have anything. It's fine. Yep. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it now.
The difference between the last VOD and this one, right? He was on Wolves. As soon as he saw this, let's see, what do we get to? Here, as soon as he saw this, he ditched. He's like, all right, I'm out. I'm going. So I know you really want this, but I think you should just, like, you should know that she's in this shadow right here. She should be dead. Your mind should be thinking collapse immediately.
Okay.
And if you knock her up with your damage and your combo, and she has no ult, or she has ult, we could at least burn that as well as a flash.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay, it's fine. It works out in the end, but everyone gets stuck. Hecarim to the rescue.
Oh, this is bad. I remember this. Oh, man.
It's so sad in slow motion. Okay, it's tough to deconstruct because I feel like it's every time you make a decision, you've got these slight deviations that get in the way of the decision, and then you are also missing the opportunity to really annihilate this guy from the game.
Okay.
And it's not very big, but each step we get to something else, it's sort of starting to build up now. So for me, after this dragon, as I said, we sequence in to invade, we take his raptors, we shove him off. That delays his level 6. We go back to base. We're not too concerned with that camp sequencing here because we know the Echo is going to be on top side. We buy, we head straight to top side. If Echo wants to gank, we can counter gank, right? Obviously very carefully because it's a Laui. We also have Prior on the Herald, which we want to do between dragon spawns. You never want to be in it. If you have objective control, whereas you get this first, your next focus needs to be making sure you can control this. Because this is severely underused in terms of tower platings and pressure in most elos. So my prior thing isn't necessarily let me sequence beautifully. It's how can I suppress this Echo and take everything away from him such that, you know, his dreams are shattered and he cries. And I think looking for that instead of sequencing all the way top lane with so much gold gives you, one, direct invadability on the Echo because you would have bought this full warrior component. Two, once you've done that, the lanes, as long as they stay, you know, favorable to you, gives you a free herald. Three, we can then use that once this gets a little bit lower, and so on. And you can of course fall back and take your full red side, but we can take our full red side while sequencing down, so we can actually do what we wanted to do, which was camp bottom lane. By doing your camps after the dragon this way, you went in the opposite direction to where you wanted to be.
Yeah.
But by recalling and saying, right, the objective on the map is the Echo at blue and the Herald, as well as, of course, helping out here as necessary and helping out here as you did, which was good. And then you would have the Herald plus sequencing down. You could make these plays that are happening now irrelevant because they wouldn't be happening, because everyone would be dead.
Okay.
Yeah. And secondly, as soon as you see the fight here, let's ditch the blue, huh?
Okay. Yeah.
Let's ditch the blue. And you're not in this fight, and they shouldn't be so deep, and they shouldn't be making these mistakes. I understand all of this.
Yeah.
But if they look dead, let it be.
Okay.
Let it be. Because what I'm thinking here is, dragon's gonna be up, I can still steal it. I feel like by dying here, did I do dragon? He's too low for dragon. Yeah, he's too low for dragon. Okay. No, yeah. I think I just rotate immediately and then I reassess. You know, if you can burn the Lulu down before she can ult, then yeah, we chase this and we fight it. If she flashes and ults afterwards, then we just leave her and we disengage.
Okay.
But yeah. Just immediate reactive pathing. The blue will be up there afterwards. Okay, directly to the dragon. RNG crab. See now Echo's popping off now. And this is what we wanted to avoid. And that's why I was viewing the game from that perspective of, well, you measured him so well early. And we didn't really abuse it, so. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I wonder if going tank here in this game specifically would have been better, just so. I mean, you got enough damage.
Yeah.
I wonder if a Cinderhulk would have been a bit more prudent.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd do this. I'm upset. I'm so sad for you. Okay. His E smite is huge, but at the same time, I think you. What's your ping?
Like 20 ms.
Okay, so you're like me. Okay. So we can just say sad.
Yeah.
But I think in this case, pull it out all the way, huh? Like.
Yeah.
Really drag this thing around so that he can't see anything, and he really has to move for it. But at the same time, I think this is. I mean, it's a straight 3v3. It's a straight 50-50 smite. It's just leaving things to the universe. It's leaving things to chance, which I don't like.
Yeah.
Oh man, their team fight. your team comp is weird. Like, you don't want these team fights. You want to make picks. And they're making picks on you. What do you want to do now? What's your mindset?
Now I'm probably looking just to sequence and then maybe grab a Rift Herald before it despawns to put some pressure on the turrets. But yeah, because we definitely start to lose here.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Because I mean, for you, you're at the borderline, right? I mean, once you get into gold plat, mid-game macro starts to become a thing a little bit. Rotations start to become a thing a little bit. But low elo, it's really like your coaching, your sort of, the thing we talk about the most is sort of 1 to 15. Levels 1 through 6, 6 through maybe 10, 11. Because afterwards it just becomes nonsense. Now our focus needs to be making sure that our early game, to have the lead, and the damage required to win every single fight is achieved. Yeah, you can't, like, your guy's getting... This is tough, though. I mean, I'm scared to gank this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think everything that I play, I'm scared to gank this.
Absolutely.
Like, it's horrific. And you did it twice, and both times it chunked your HP such that you got shoved off of the map. So, I have to say, like, the mid lane gank was great. The bottom lane gank was excellent. Like, I would put this bottom lane gank in a ganking guide, saying, if you get level 6 early, and the laner has not yet reached their ultimates, make sure you punish that, burn their sums, so that when they do have the ultimates, they don't have their sums to rely on. Like, it was really, really good.
Okay.
That's actually the wrong tier list, guys. But I feel like the 2 here were forced. Turbo forced. It could have been better spent doing something else. And you know what? I know he's your duo, but you just gotta say sometimes, enjoy your island.
Alright.
I think, I don't know how it is with you, but with me it's a case of, Kaisa, no!
Yeah, she started doing that a lot, unfortunately. But...
Yeah, but who forced this fight?
Probably me.
Yeah, bro, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I saw the Lulu and I thought if we could get Pike going...
Oh, you almost did.
That fight was over. I mean, even with her ult, I'm pretty sure he can still ult her. And oh yeah, he does. I was saving it for Echo ult.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's a kill, right? And
yeah.
This this is why this is so difficult, because it's all about playing with the humans in your game and you pretending like, this is no offense, I don't mean this as toxin, guys, but they're dogs on a leash and you need to pull the leash in the direction that lets you win the game.
Okay.
Don't let them run free in the yard, because we're baiting them. So you fully engage and we burn the little ult and flash, which sorry, she didn't even have flash, she just ults. Ignite her immediately. Let's hope, and also you didn't get off any other spells on her, right? You could have smited her too. Like, if you're gonna one-shot her, let's see.
Yeah.
What's your ramp up? Do we ramp up? Did we get our MF ramp up?
I think
Let's
I have
go.
a pretty good ramp up here.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, we could have started here already, but okay, fine. We got the ramp up. 575. Smite! She's dead! You smite her, she's dead!
Yeah.
You smite her, she's dead!
Oh.
Gone! Eradicated! And when you do that, immediately she doesn't ult, because there's nothing to ult.
Yeah.
And you still have your ult. And you've made the pick. That's it. That's all you want. Take this, disengage. That's your game plan. Because this is a hellhole. We have to force her to leave. I mean, he's doing very well that he's up on CS. He's lost the tower and all the plates, but his goal is turbo late game, right? He's waiting for them to overcommit to a fight. You guys to make a pick, and then he gets split push. And he gets jiggy with it. I mean, this one is like... And when you don't smite, she ults. And when she ults, you should smite and ignite. Put the music on. And she dies, right? And once she dies, and also Tristana bombs the wrong person, the Pike would not... the Pike would not feel compelled to launch his chains of destiny into her. Because she'd be dead. So he'd immediately more be thinking about peeling for the Echo because these two are under the tower. You understand? It's like, this is absolute micro mechanics. This is just knowing your champion. But I feel like in Gold and Plat, a lot of coaches, I mean, they can be better players, but they overlook the human component. And for me, it's all about how much do we bait our team into things because we think we can do the thing. We can do all the good stuff. It's like right here, dead Lulu, great, okay. Which means, yes, this guy gets a damage off, but okay, we ult away anyway. But then the pike doesn't go too deep, and maybe we have a bit more peel. I still think it's a bad fight, right? But I think it goes completely differently if Lulu's dead immediately.
For sure.
Yeah. And then Kai'Sa won't ult because she can't because the person's dead. Crab's up, and you're gonna have to give that up as well. No, just reset. Yeah, but that was a good move to kill the Lulu immediately, but we should have smited.
Yeah.
And then we overstayed, yeah. That's what I'm saying, you're chunked. What can we realistically do in this situation?
Yeah, just die, honestly.
Hey, you did it, and you did it well. You did it in a Hex Tech skin. You look good. You look better than the Echo dead, even though he's alive. I mean, this
took me like a year to get that skin, damn it.
No, the gemstone, I'm gonna use it. And as horrible as this is gonna sound, Twitch chat, Cal4, this entire extension play, this game losing moment is on you.
Oh yeah,
it's on you.
I can see that now.
Yeah. Not because you're meant to control their face and their brains, but because they don't know how to do that, and you just baited them in. Yeah. They trusted you. And we led them in the wrong direction. Right. The worst nightmare is that enemy top being fed taking Herald. This is why I was talking about this. You had a great gank here. We want to take this. We want to translate that to Dragon. Suppression of enemy jungler. Reset. Suppression of enemy jungler. Herald. Gank mid like you did. And then gank bot lane again. And then get the second dragon. And that's your game. That's your game. Right? What questions do you have about after this? Or is it just giga funny?
I think it ends up just being a roll. I mean, my Tryndamere ends with like 450 CS and like 7-0.
If only that was a win condition. But he's not Sivir. He's not Sivir, so.
Yeah, but I don't think anything really important happens. I think it's just Echo being Echo.
That's why I was so aggressive with you earlier about you said this was greedy, and I didn't say anything until you did it. And I was like, that's good. You know your champion's limits. We removed the scaling jungler, but then keep that pressure up, and we just didn't. And I feel like that's... I would look into your other games that have felt like this, and I would see... When I did an invade early or something suppressive early, what did I do afterwards to keep the pressure up? And I think you'll find a lot of times you don't do enough.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think if that's something that happens in a lot of your VODs, just make that a note, put it on a post-it, keep up the pressure.
Okay.
And also... I think your camp sequencing is really good, and to paraphrase Obi-Wan, it does you credit, but it could be made to serve the enemy team.
All right.
A deep Star Wars reference, everybody.
Yes, thank you.
It really does you credit. Like it's such a good piece of the puzzle. Here's just like you're just skirting the edges because you're too afraid. There we go. Thank you.
I was kind of waiting for the...
Yeah, I know, because you're an assassin.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, like your job is to kill... If you get caught out, you die, just like the rest of your team. Kai'Sa, you're not a tank. Hecarim, you're not a tank. Yeah, that's good. I mean, that was good cleanup, but yeah, this is just insane. Like... So we go topside. I mean, your sequencing early was really good, but if you weave in the invades and the dragon takes, and you keep doing that, you're gonna be so far ahead of everyone. I feel it's just that extra piece of the puzzle.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like looking at endgame stuff too much because it ends up being a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
See, for me, this is important. This is the one thing here that's important out of this late game is that this should be your soul.
Yeah. But I missed a smite.
You missed a smite, and I think that's important. I mean, Twitch chat. Does anyone remember the website for practicing Smite, there's literally a website that has a Baron going down in HP or Dragon going down in HP, and you can literally smite it, and it gives you different smite amounts. It's actually
That's awesome.
It's really good. Does anyone remember that? It's a couple years ago. Smite Areno. Yeah, Smite Areno. Like just Google Smite Clicker, Smite Areno, something like that.
Okay.
And you know, if you have periods in the day, I don't know if you're in university or work or whatever, but like if you have periods in the day where you have 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, you can't play a league, do it. Like seriously, because you lost this to a level 6 Echo, and you lost this to a you were still a level ahead. I mean, both of these times he outsmited you, you were up.
Okay.
And right now, you know, let's see what happens. Yes, do it. Oh, she flashed. Okay. Tower. Good. Do it. Always top lane. Pull it out. There we go. Good. Okay, nice.
Sometimes I find myself just standing there.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody always wants to be in there.
So I mean, for me, the game looks really sad. But I mean, you imagine if this was Fire. I mean, if this was Soul.
Yeah.
I mean, we gave him 2 dragons. I mean, in theory, this could be Elder.
Yeah.
And in a game where you're behind, well, hello, Alawi, we can finally kill you with Elder Dragon. I mean, it's worth noting that it's linked in chat now, Smite Arena. It's worth noting that elevating the game state to an Elder Dragon isn't always what you want, but especially too soon. But in your case, you know, your soul would have been this is an Elder Dragon in theory, and this is your soul in theory.
Okay.
But, I mean, I feel like you give away this one anyway. We give one up, but the 50-50 we should have had. So, yeah, go practice. Smite Arena, 10 minutes and 50 minutes a day, you'll honestly see a big difference. It's really, really good. And then in the early game, in summary, just don't overforce because he's your duo. I find if you play with a duo, you tend to overforce things instead of just jungling the game.
Yeah.
You had nice mid prio here, and we could have used it if you had really suppressed the Echo and gotten the Herald. I think you've got an open map here, level 14. And now you can roam with the Kai'Sa, stomp this lane, take this tower early, swap, okay, and actually take the pressure off of Tryndamere, kill her with a Goon Squad gank, and now he can swap the bottom lane, and I think your game is easy. Easy breezy.
Okay.
Any other questions about sort of the early phases, or did we get to most of it?
I mean, just making sure I recall for items, I guess, is sweet sequencing.
yeah. Remember, the best friend of sequencing is quadrant clearing. So, yes, sequencing, the god of sequencing loves it when you do the full clear, but they also are good friends with quadrant clearing, which is, let me do this. I don't want to go top side, I want to go bottom side, so I'll clear my top side camps. Let me reset. Now I'm going to go bottom side. And when I want to go back again, well, I can clear these, reset, go back to Herald. You don't always have to sequence fully if you're not a farming jungler. And in this case, you're not looking to be a farming jungler, right? You're looking to be early to mid-game power spike assassin domination and win the game before the team comp that is better at team fighting actually gets ahead. So, yeah, just pay attention to your itemization and when you want to complete items. And don't stay out too long. And if you want to gank bottom lane, remember, sequencing bottom to top is not how you do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Just keep it in mind.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, good session. Thank you. I appreciate it. And good luck on your road to plat. Just remember, these people are crazy. Don't get tilted.
All right.
Focus on the journey. Focus on the journey. It's the best advice I can give you.
All right.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you,
hippies
man.
from Avatar.
Sorry?
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh,
It's a good show. You should watch it.
I wouldn't know that reference. I'm a little... Yeah, I wouldn't know that reference. But okay.
All right. Have a good one, man. Thanks,
You
bye.
too. See ya.